So hello my dear friends, welcome back. Welcome to your channel Cooking Astrology. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for subscribing my channel and liking my videos. Thanks a lot. So today in this video, let's try to understand the concept of second marriage in Vedic astrology. And I will tell you there are many significators in your astrological birth chart by which you can determine the yogas of two marriages if that's present in your chart or if they are not present. But before starting this video, you must need to understand the concept of first marriage also. Because initially you are going to have the first marriage, then separation is going to happen, and only after that you are going to enter into the second marriage aspect. And I will tell you, in order to look for the particular combinations that are responsible for giving you the second marriage, you must need to pay attention towards the second and the eighth axis in Vedic astrology. And here I am not talking about the second house or the eighth house, I am talking about the axis. Just like Rahu and Ketu, they are posited in the first and seventh house. So this is considered as a axis in Vedic astrology. I will tell you axis, particularly the second and the eighth house axis, this is going to play a very important role in order to determine the second marriage aspect into your life. Seventh house, I will tell you, that is the house of your first marriage and all the qualities, characteristics that are going to be determined using the planet holding the lowest degree. And even the seventh house lord is also going to play a very important role in determining the complete marriage aspect. But I will tell you one thing, if you directly look into the second house, so from the seventh house, if you count second house, that is going 8 places away. So 8 places away, whenever any planet goes, it shows the separation is happening. Because 8th house is the ending of something. So like some end is happening and only then new beginnings are happening in your life. Similarly, the 8th house in Vedic astrology, that is going 2 places away from your 7th house. So you are going to see the gains that you are going to get from your marriage directly into the 8th house also. So if any kind of a affliction is present in your second and the 8th house, that are going to be the sure indicator which are responsible for creating the yogas of two marriages in your life. For example, especially if the Rahu and Ketu axis, if this axis is present in the second and the 8th house, and I will tell you, along with the Ketu, you must need to check some other afflictions must need to take place, and along with Rahu, some other afflictions must need to take place in order to create the yogas of two marriage. For example, planet Rahu is in conjunction with Saturn in the second house, and in the 8th house I will tell you Ketu is also strongly afflicted with some other malefic planet, like Sun is present over there, Mars is present over there. So if I will tell you 4 malefic planets that are controlling the second and 8th axis, that is the number one indicator which is going to give you the second marriage. Here you can consider Rahu and Ketu as 2 entities. So these are 2 planets along with Sun, Mars or Saturn. Any planet that is in conjunction with Rahu and Ketu axis, that is going to be the number one sure indicator that this represents the second marriage is going to happen in your life. Next important thing I will tell you, you must need to pay attention towards the 9th house also, because 9th house is also going to play a very important role in determining whether the yogas of second marriage are present in your chart or they are not present in your chart. The main reason why I am including the 9th house, because if you count from the 7th house, so 9th place is going 3 places away, and it shows the hardships and the struggles that you are going to face immediately after your marriage. So if particularly I will tell you, if your 7th house lord is getting combust in your astrological birth chart, or it is getting in the debilitation sign. For example, your 7th house is ruled by planet Venus, and Venus is debilitated in your astrological birth chart, that is going to be the number one combination. That is also going to create the yogas of separation in your chart. But here I will tell you, in order to determine the complete separation part, because sometimes what are going to happen, you are going to engage in your first marriage, okay, and you are not satisfied with the kind of results that you are getting from the first marriage aspect in your life. So then what is going to happen, you are not be able to take separation from the first marriage, although like you want to go into the second marriage aspect, but your 7th house or the 8th house, they are not permitting you the separation part also. here you must need to pay attention towards the planet Saturn in your astrological birth chart. Because I will tell you one thing, if Saturn is forming any kind of a connection with your 7th house or 8th house, and if it is posited in the retrograde kind of a motion, or it is in very like difficult position over there, what is going to happen, that is going to be a back and forth kind of a relationship that is happening in your life. So Saturn will not easily permit the breakages. Other planets, I will tell you, Venus, Jupiter, Mercury, all that planets, they can easily permit all the breakages in your life. But I will tell you, Saturn is the number one planet which is not easily going to permit the divorce or that kind of a problems. Also, let's come back to the 9th house once again. See here, as I told you, must need to pay attention towards the 9th house. If more than 2 planets present in the 9th house, that is also a very sure indicator that is creating the yogas of 2 marriages into your life. And the reason why any 2 planets, I will tell you, here I am not specifically talking about any planet, any 2 planets in the 9th house that are also capable enough for generating the extramarital affairs. Especially if the Mercury and the Venus conjunction, if these 2 planets, they are forming the conjunction anywhere in your astrological birth chart, particularly in the 9th house, that is also going to be a very sure indicator. Like this is going to create the extramarital affair, and after that you are going to go into the second marriage aspect into your life. Even there are many more combinations also present in your D1 chart along with your Navamsa kundali as well. And D9 astrological birth chart, I will tell you, that is also going to play a very important role in order to determine the yogas of 2 marriages into your life. Especially I will tell you, you must need to check the planets that are posited in the Scorpio Navamsa and the Aquarius Navamsa, most probably in the sign of Scorpio. If I will tell you any planet, especially the planets like Venus, because Venus is naturally a karka or significator of your love life or the relationship aspect. So if the planets like Venus, Rahu and even Saturn, if they are going in the Scorpio Navamsa in your astrological birth chart, that is also a very sure combination for second marriage. Even in the Navamsa kundali, if 2 planets that are debilitated in your astrological birth chart, for example, Mercury is also debilitated over there and Mars is also debilitated over there. So Mercury is debilitated in the sign of Pisces and Mars is debilitated in the sign of Cancer. So suppose 2 planets that are debilitated in your Navamsa kundali, that is also a number 1 indicator for 2 marriages. For that I will tell you, you must need to check one thing. Mercury and Mars, both of these planets, they must need to control either 7th house or either 8th house in your astrological birth chart. Because if the dignity of the planets that are controlling your 7th house and 8th house, if they are getting debilitated in the Navamsa kundali, that is also a sure indicator of multiple marriages. Here I will tell you, more than 2 marriages can also be seen, particularly in this case. Next important thing, you must need to pay attention towards planet Jupiter in your astrological birth chart. Although like Jupiter debilitation is not going to give 2 marriages or that kind of a thing, but especially I will tell you, if Jupiter is getting debilitated in your D9 astrological birth chart, or if it is getting debilitated in your 8th house, that is also a very sure indicator which is going to create the yogas of separation from the first marriage. Because what is going to happen, if the debilitated planets that are sitting in your 7th house or even the 8th house, that is going to create a very difficult part with regards to the sustenance part of the marriage. Because whenever planets they are going towards their lowermost or in the very debilitated kind of a state, that planets feels very agitated while sitting in the 7th and the 8th house, and that is also going to create the yogas of separation from the first marriage. Even I will tell you, there are many combinations I will tell you that are present in your astrological birth chart which are going to determine the yogas of separation or that kind of a thing. From my personal experience, even I am telling you, if Venus and Ketu, if they both are in conjunction in your D1 chart, especially posited in the anywhere in the chart, I will tell you, because Venus and Ketu is that kind of a combination which is going to give you the major sufferings in your life. Although this combination is going to give you a good amount of wealth also, but Venus and Ketu is not a very good combination from the relationship point of view. because here what is going to happen, whenever Venus is in conjunction with Ketu, this is not good for your life partner. Although this conjunction is not going to create any harm towards yourself, but this is a conjunction which is going to create harm directly to your partner. So that is lowering down the lifespan of your life partner. That is also, I will tell you, in my practical scenarios, I have seen lot of astrological birth charts where Venus and Ketu conjunction are forming, and that is creating the yogas of separation. Even sometimes I will tell you one more thing. Suppose you have lost your partner. That things are also seen from Venus-Ketu. Your partner died after giving childbirth. That thing is also seen from Venus-Ketu. But for that, I will tell you, we must need to check both male and the female charts in order to determine the complete result. Even next important thing, I don't know whether you are familiar with the concept of dual zodiac signs in Vedic astrology or not. The sign of Gemini, Sagittarius, and especially the sign of Pisces also. Even if you look into the sign of Gemini, male, female standing together, in the sign of Sagittarius, so the lower portion is of animal, upper portion is something else. In the zodiac sign of the Pisces, you can see the two fishes. So that represents the duality is happening. So if that dual zodiac signs, if they are falling in your 7th house, I will tell you, and if the dual planets, they are also forming over there. For example, in the sign of Pisces, Jupiter is present over there and Venus is also present over there. So this is a sign of duality, and two more planets are present over there. That is also going to create the yogas of two marriages into your life. Because whenever I will tell you, more and more planets, they are sitting in the dual zodiac sign, that is going to create the yogas of separation. It means some new person is directly entering in your life. Also, as far as the remedies are concerned with regards to the second marriage or that kind of a thing, for that we must need to check the individual chart, because individual chart is going to play a very important role in determining the complete aspect. Even one more thing, marriage is a complete two-way aspect. Don't think like that marriage is only going to seen from the one individual person chart. In order to determine the complete marriage and married life aspect, both male and female charts, they are going to play a very important role. And I will tell you that things are going to be determined using the horoscope matchmaking. So you must need to pay attention towards both male and the female chart, because horoscope matchmaking is also going to play a very important role in order to determine whether the two marriages are going to happen or two marriages are not going to happen in your life. So that's it guys from my side in this video. I hope you love this analysis. If you have any queries, any consultations with regards to your planetary alignments, do let me know. I will try my best to respond you back as soon as possible. So till then, please subscribe my channel below and make sure to hit the like button if you really enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well. And I'm going to meet you very soon in the next video. Till then, bye bye and take care.